and he went to Denver. What if he turns out to be a bust?
In
You
Denver.
never know. Huh?
You mean what if he
What if they don't win?
doesn't do anything in Denver, right?
Right. I mean, you know, you never know.
Yeah.
It might not be as good like he was when he was playing in Seattle last year.
All right, V. We appreciate it.
And Jack.
Yes.
When you get older and you want people to pay, you know, to give you those props when you have kids, you know, think about that.
Yep.
That comes back.
That's right. That's right, V.
I hope that one day
Respect dads.
I do respect that. Now, it's not turning into a disrespecting dads thing. It's just that, you know, financially right now, I can't just be splurging. I don't care, no matter what day it is.
You got to save up for dad when you know his father's day.
So hang on a second. Hang on a second.
Interest in saving.
All right, both of you work. All right, Jill works. Does Jill not work?
Not anymore, no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
all right.
So we're just me now.
Just you, Jack.
You really are the breadwinner now.
Well, I wouldn't say winner.
Well, then generally gift cards laying around or something, old gift cards that you can scrounge together.
Gift card for Christmas. We could have gone there. We could have gone there. We had to go somewhere else. I think that's it. Now it's turning it back around on him.
Yeah, good point by you.
Interesting.
Yeah, listen, there's a lot on you. The peel back of this.
All right. So is that why she can't drive a car because of that, or no?
You can drive a car.
Okay.
Just not my car.
Just not your car. Let's go to Anthony. Anthony's calling from Ballard Kinwood. Hi, Ant. How are you?
Man, I'm almost sad to agree with Jack. Happy Father's Day, guys. Can I get some Ike juice?
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
All right.
They must have been drinking that Ike juice.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. And I wanted to agree with Jack, but the way he's talking about fathers, I don't know if I should. I don't want to get rid of Maxie for anybody coming in. If we could do a deal with Harris and Thibault and anybody else that's on the team right now.
Yeah, sure.
Other than
Paul Reed.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? One of those other cats. I think it's really important for us to develop our youngins, man, and bring them up in our own system and let them help out, do their part. And I think that's what Tyrese Maxey is doing.
Yeah, you know what? I understand that, and that's great in theory, but let me see. How did it work out with Nerlens growing up in our system? How did it work out with Ja growing up in our system? How did it work out with Markelle Fultz growing up in our system? How about the Rookie of the Year, Michael Carter-Williams? How did it work out with him growing up in our system? Let's throw in. Yeah, Zaire Smith, Markelle Fultz. Now, how about all these other young guys that we drafted? How did that work out?
We're beyond all of those cats right now, man. We're at the point where we see, where we really see some production out of Tyrese Maxey, and he's really given us something.
So Anthony, just hang on. So I think
other guys were not given.
I think everybody likes Tyrese Maxey, and all else being equal, we'd like for him to be a 76er. Right, but so I have to ask you, like, do you think they can win with Harden and Maxey and Embiid and the team as it currently constituted?
And Tobias, yeah.
And Tobias, because that's really the question.
No. But if we get a bill in here with Harris,
but you can.
And excuse me, not with Harris, with Embiid and Harden.
No, you want to keep Maxey and get Bill
and keep Maxey,
right?
Yeah.
But that's probably not going to happen.
To be all of this, why can't we
just swap?
And Thibault's supposed to be good for his defense. Why can't we put those two guys together?
Because you know the answer to that. That's a rhetorical question. You know the answer to that, Anthony.
Yeah, I guarantee you that's what Daryl Morey's trying to sell to Washington. Yeah. He's telling them, Thibault's a two-time All-League defender here, man.
Look, man, I don't want Kyrie Irving coming down to Philly. They're talking about, I've heard on one of the stations, man, trying to get him maybe out there with LeBron. Since Kyrie has now supposedly admitted that it didn't work out between him and LeBron because of him.
Right.
What y'all think of that?
Oh yeah, he's looking at things that he was immature back then, and
I don't know if he wants to go play with LeBron though. Still.
Yeah. I thought he'd said he was open to it this time around. Like I think he realized what he left. but it's still a big.
Yeah, I think he realized that when he left. That's not why he left. He left because he didn't want to be under LeBron James' shadow.
Right.
That's why he left. Which is he's not under LeBron James' shadow. He's playing with a younger version, better player in Kevin Durant. Why would you want to leave Kevin Durant to go play with LeBron James? Did LeBron James just miss the playoffs?
He did. Yep.
Oh, okay.
If you could.
So he's going to go play with LeBron, and they're going to go win a title?
Well, his best chance of winning something is staying in Brooklyn.
You got to give up AD. So LeBron and Kyrie's going to win a title in L.A.?
No.
No, know that's not happening, Jack.
No. Well, first off, could be Russ.
No, there's no way Brooklyn. Kevin Durant will tear up his contract. You try to pair him back up with Russell Westbrook again. All that cupcake stuff. Yeah,
Russ and AD and KD.
That's not happening. Yeah, KD's not going for that.
Yeah, the off-the-court stuff you always need to remember when you're talking about pairing NBA stars.
Yeah.
If you could, hypothetically, this may or may not happen, whatever. Mm-hmm. You can only trade Maxey for one, Beal or Kyrie.
Beal. Yeah, as much as I love Kyrie, Kyrie's a headache.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know that. But, so I would take Beal. Kyrie's the better player.
Correct.
Yeah, Kyrie's the better player.
But being that it's in Philly and the media and the fans the way that we are.
Yeah. Well, we're going to do that anyway if you don't win, so it don't even matter.
Right.
We all thought we wanted James Harden.
Yeah,
until he was here. Yes, exactly. So that's going to happen. I just think Kyrie is a little bit flaky. I get that. He is. I mean, all these guys got something wrong when they're all flawed. We thought James Harden was the perfect match.
Man.
So all these players Anthony Davis can't stay healthy. So you can find something wrong with all these guys. That's why these teams are willing to move on from them.
Yeah, otherwise, there's no way in whatever they would trade him.
Yeah, this isn't about not liking Maxey. This is about whether or not I believe they can win a title with the current roster. And I don't. So I have to try to shake it up somehow. I got to try to shake it up somehow.
Yeah. When you look at what the Warriors were able to do, and they're not going. The Warriors aren't going anywhere, right?
They get the number 1 pick in the draft back, or the number 2 pick in the draft. Yeah, he was the number 2 pick in the draft.
Yep.
So,
or they could trade him for a better.
Exactly. Or trading for somebody else.
Yep. You get a long way to go before and like Beal closes that gap, and really like you have to look and say, how do we get out of the second round of the playoffs?
Yeah,
how do we make into a conference?
Yeah,
final?
I'm not even thinking about the Warriors. I'm trying to figure out how do we beat Milwaukee? How do we beat Boston?
Yep.
How do we beat Brooklyn? I mean, because honestly, Brooklyn's going to have a healthy Ben Simmons next year.
Maybe no Kyrie, but
maybe. No, I think at worst Kyrie opts in. This is where Brooklyn is in trouble. He doesn't have to opt in. He can just walk and go get a max deal, and Brooklyn gets nothing.
Yep. Yeah, it's a fine line with it they're trying to do, which is not wanting to max him out, but wanting him back at the same time.
Yes.
It's similar to what the Sixers are doing with Harden, but Harden doesn't have he's not the same type of player.
Right.
Like the Sixers are trying to keep him without paying him way too much money and giving him too many years. Kyrie actually deserves the money in the years because he'll get him from another team. Couple teams.
Yeah. I mean, that's what Bill could, too. Bill could say, I don't want you to trade me anywhere. I'm going to go where I want to go as a free agent.
So Beal can get 4 for 184 if he leaves. If it was the sign and trade where he could be signed and trade, it's 5 for 248.
Well, that's a lot of money he's leaving on the table.
Right. Which is why I think that he's going to
want to do the sign and trade.
Now, he can take it all the way to the 29th before he decides whether he opts in or not. Mm-hmm. So he is kind of up against the clock because, if you're Washington, you would then have to try to get a deal done. Or, does he opt into the contract?
Oh, check this out.
Yeah.
Could that be why the Sixers are trying to get Harden to take a smaller amount of money? Right? If they give him a 3-year extension, and it may be less money. I thought did Harden say something about he may take less money for the right situation?
Yeah, to help the team win is what he said.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So,
and that was the immediate rumor when he got here was that they want to get him to take less so they can
get Beal.
Right. So that could be the case. Maybe Beal and Harden is willing to take a little bit less to play together.
So when Beal
try
says,
to win.
and this isn't just a report, this is what he said to a writer from The Athletic. When he says, my mind's made up, I have a decision, I'm just not sharing it yet.
Mm-hmm.
If he was going back to Washington on his player option, or he wanted to resign with them, that's not like he didn't really say anything because he's already a Wizard.
Right. You would expect him to almost talk about why he wouldn't be leaving Washington.
Right.
I believe we can build a winner here, and I'm going to re-sign here, and that sort of thing. Like, it sounds like he's willing to at least explore. Hey, you like the D.C. area? Dude, we're 2 hours away, 2.5 hours away. I've made the drive a couple times.
We'll get your car down there whenever you want.
Yeah, I mean, you can. The family doesn't even have to leave right now. They can still go to school and everything else down there. If your kids are in school and you want to keep them in school down there, fine. Right? You can take a sprinter back and forth whenever you want to during the off season or during the season.
Yeah.
You can. I mean, if that's what he's worried about, if he likes the area, you know what I'm saying? Or if the family is, you know what it is, it's the family. If the wife and the kids love where they are living at and don't want to
change it, yeah.
You know, okay, well, we compromise. I'm going to go sign this 4-year deal with the Sixers. Going to win us a title. We don't have to move right now.
Yep. Stay there and
stay there.
J.J. Redick for years was up in Brooklyn and commuting down here.
Right.
Wilt Chamberlain, same thing.
Yeah. And Wilt had to take the train all the time, Jack.
We rode back with Knicks players from the quote-unquote 100-point game.
That's right.
They talked about it. They all drank Miller Lite.
Yeah, they sure did. Miller Lights for 100 points games, what the hashtag used to be.
So yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic with this Bradley Beal thing. I am. I got to admit, I was a little excited when I saw that report that he made a decision. Just haven't told anybody yet or what have you. I was like, okay. You know, if you look at my Twitter page, I've pinned the Bradley Beal tweet from a couple weeks ago. Oh yeah, because I believe we're getting Bradley Beal.
You know what? I kind of do too.
Ah, there we go.
I kind of do too.
There we go.
I think that he's going to say that he loves Washington and everything with the organization. He's 28 years old. I mean, how many years are you going to stay in Washington losing?
Right.
And this is his best chance as a free agent to pick where he wants to go or to go where he wants to go within reason that he's able to. And try to win. And where else would he go in the East? And this talk about the Lakers and Bradley Beal. I mean, unless you're trading AD to Washington.
Right, you're not getting Bradley Beal.
You're not getting Bradley Beal. They don't have anything else.
Exactly. And so you can give up the first-round pick, Tobias, Thibault. I was tongue-in-cheek when I was talking about Thibault and the two-time All-League defender. I guarantee you Morey is selling that. Yeah. He's a two-time All-League defender. And if you're Washington, do you hold out for Maxey and say, I'm not giving up Bill unless Maxey is coming? Because who else do you have if Bill wants to come here? So just like Morey was able to keep Maxey out of the Harden deal, he's going to try to keep him out of the Bradley Beal deal.
Agreed.
That's where fans can be excited. Don't get mad listening to Ike. Ike is telling you I'm not letting Maxey stop me from making this deal. I don't believe the Sixers want to trade Maxey.
No. Doesn't mean that they have to include him.
Right.
Hey, and if Daryl Morey's this great GM that everybody talks about, maybe he should be able to get it done without.
Go ahead.
Well, I do wonder that the reason why he can't say it yet is because you can't trade that pick until draft night, right?
Okay.
So I wonder if they have to wait till draft night to execute the trade, because remember how the players always walk up with the wrong pick on, even though the pick's technically been traded?
Yep.
So
yeah, I think Daryl Morey knows. When I'm hearing this stuff about the contract stuff, they're trying to make adjustments there. Okay. Oh,
they're
the only way you're going to sell James Harden on doing that is by telling him, well, we need you to do this so we can bring in player C to pair with you and Joel Embiid.
Yep. Bradley Beal.
Yeah. Throw in Danny Green's expiring contract for Washington.
Plus, he's a winner.
That's free. Would you stop, man?
He's on one leg.
Yes, it's free cap space for them after next season. You know? I don't know.
You could even take another bad contract back if you need to,
yeah,
as opposed to giving up better players. Yeah, Toby's going to make it work with the money.
With the money, yep.
All right. It's all about how many teams Beal would say that he would play for, and the posturing and whatever. Because if he would play for another team and they're willing to offer more, then the Sixers are going to have to put up more for it.
What if he wanted to go to Brooklyn? And Brooklyn traded Ben to
Oh, wouldn't that be awesome? Oh, Ben would be such a good wizard, wouldn't he?
Man, Ben, Kuzma, Porzingis. Sounds like
That
championship.
sounds like an Eastern Conference final team right there.
Ben would stuff the stat sheet down there in Washington. They'd win 30 games.
Yep.
Coming up, Ish Smith is still on the Wizards. Bring him back.
I'd take
Get a
Ish
real
Smith.
point guard.
I'll take it.
I take him right now. Backup point guard. 215-592-9494. Top 5 at 5 with Jack Fritz. What does he have in store for us today?
Probably 5 things he hates about
Father's Day related?
Nope.
Okay.
No?
No, we'll not be continuing to slander Steve today. Steve's a great father-in-law.
That's right. You better start cleaning it up, buddy.
Yep. Actually, in the top 10